My son loved this house. He spent lots of time here. It was a safe haven for him.
My brother loved to fish. He caught some real big ones. It was a passion he shared with my dad.
For years, he went river rafting up in Alaska. He would paint, write, and take pictures. He was an extremely talented artist and published a poem called Alaska about his experiences. He was 17 when it happened. It was the day before Thanksgiving. Harrison had the day off from school, so it would be natural for him to sleep in.
But he wasn't sleeping in. My mom found him, and there was nothing she could do.
He'd somehow gotten a hold of pain pills, prescription drugs, and he took them to get high. When he mixed those with the common cold medicine he was taking, it killed him. We knew he'd tried marijuana, he'd seen counselors, been in drug treatment programs. We knew kids here were doing this, but not our son, not Harrison.
This is far more of a problem than most people realize. Nearly 1 in 5 American teenagers report abusing prescription medications. Drug abuse for teens now often begins at their home, inside the medicine cabinet, in the bathroom. They're looking for pain relievers, stimulants, sedatives, and tranquilizers.
Right in the medicine cabinet, right in your own home, is how your kids are getting into trouble misusing prescription drugs. They're able to get a hold of it, and parents need to ensure that what happened to my little brother doesn't happen in their home to their kids.
So parents and other adults need to do 3 things. First, monitor all prescription drugs in the house by regularly keeping track of the kinds of medications and how much. Second, secure these medications so they're not out in the open where anyone can get to them. And third, dispose of these medications properly. Just knowing what medications you have in the house is a good first step. If you're not sure, do an inventory. Count the pills you have left after each dose and make notes of your supply. Check for missing pills regularly. There are all kinds of things in our houses that we conceal to keep them safe and secure, and prescription drugs must be one of those things. Secure your medications by taking the ones not in your daily or 1-week supply and storing them in a safe, out-of-the-way place. Treat medications like the other valuables in your house. If you have extra or expired medicines, get rid of them. Destroy the label or cross out your personal information, then dump the pills into a non-see-through container. Mix them with coffee grounds, kitty litter, or dirt to make it less attractive. Seal it and throw it in the trash. Flushing medicine down the toilet is not safe for the environment. If we adults take these steps together, we can go a long way towards stopping more prescription drug abuse.
Kids don't realize what they're doing to their bodies. They don't know how it will affect them, or anyone else for that matter. They just don't realize how unsafe it is to misuse prescription drugs.
The teen brain is different than the adult brain, and this makes them more vulnerable. In fact, most addictions start in adolescence. They're curious, adventurous at this stage. They look to try new things, stretch the boundaries, and take risks. We're in a generation that has more access to and familiarity with prescription drugs than ever before. A big reason they're abusing these drugs is that many of them think abusing prescription drugs is safer than using street drugs. But in the wrong hands, taken the wrong way, at the wrong dose, prescription drugs can be just as dangerous as street drugs. Teenagers today may think that if doctors prescribe them, they can't kill you. They may think, hey, if 1 pill makes you feel good, what about 4? They don't realize that many prescription drugs at the wrong dose or mixed in the wrong way with other substances could stop their hearts, stop their breathing, or both. Teens are more willing to take risks. They think they're invincible and really believe that nothing serious will happen to them. That's why it's important to keep an eye on their behavior and look for cues that fall outside of the norm. Things to watch for include extreme emotional or behavior changes, lying or unusual hiding behaviors, sudden or unexplained changes in friendship, changes in appetite, loss of interest in hobbies, or other activities.
I didn't know the dangers, and I found out that there are a lot of parents who don't even realize they're wearing the same blinders.
As a parent, you have to realize that prescription drug abuse can happen to your child. If a parent thinks his or her child is abusing prescription drugs, that parent should get help from an expert in treating teenage drug abuse. A good first step is contacting your child's pediatrician. But all parents can make a difference. Learn about this problem. Then talk to your teenager. Give them information, clear, accurate information, without trying to make it scarier than it really is. Talking works. Kids who report learning a lot about the dangers of drugs at home are up to 50% less likely to abuse drugs. Tell them abusing prescription drugs can be just as dangerous as taking street drugs, that medication usually works for sick people, but it may have the opposite effect on a healthy person, that pills may look the same, but dosages can vary greatly, and make sure they know prescription medicines can cause dangerous interactions with drugs already in the body. The judgment of teenagers is not as good as they think. They don't know the risks. They need their parents. They need their families.
We lost a brother, a son, a friend. We will miss him each and every day for as long as we live, and nothing can change that. Nothing.
All parents of teens have to take the important steps to help monitor, secure, and eventually dispose of the prescription drugs in their medicine cabinets. They have to. They need to get informed, look for the warning signs, talk to their teens, and take the steps to help prevent a tragedy.
We urge parents to take these steps with their families now so that this nightmare never happens to them.